Hi guys, welcome back to episode 3 of We Evolve. Today we're going to be talking about how the TikTok ban affected us.
Well, first, let's answer the question, what is TikTok? I don't have TikTok, so I had to look this up online. And according to TikTok's website, it is
You have
Crazy.
TikTok?
oh,
Wait,
Wait, you don't know what TikTok is, though?
like you've never heard
like
of
I
TikTok?
knew it was a social media
Yeah.
platform, but like I don't know what the features are, how to use
What?
Oh my
it, and
God.
what people do. Like I knew people like watch videos and share them. That's about all I know. But
Oh
like
my
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
I don't know what the difference between Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is. Like,
Oh,
it's all
Well,
the
nah.
same.
Facebook and Instagram are kind of similar, I feel like.
Kinda.
Like I don't know the nuances behind this stuff.
That's crazy.
So according to the website, it's the leading destination for short form mobile video. Our mission is to inspire creativity and bring joy.
Is that actually
So
what it says?
yeah,
Oh my God.
that's what the TikTok
I thought that was your
website
definition.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
I thought that you were saying it. I was like,
Nah.
why are you saying it like that?
Why would I give a definition of something I don't know jack about? But it is owned by the Chinese internet company ByteDance and is currently banned in 20 countries to various extents. For example, in India, it is, I believe, banned to the whole population, but like in Canada, it's only banned to government workers.
what?
Oh,
Oh, I did
oh my
not know
God.
that. There's
Yeah.
like, oh,
So
wow.
like if you're in Canada and you're not a government worker,
You still have
sure
access
you
to it?
can I'm pretty sure you can.
How do they regulate that? That's cool.
It's like based on government devices, I believe.
So then you can just get another device and get it on like your personal
Not
device?
necessarily. I'm sure there's like paperwork and legal
Oh, I
factors
know
behind
why
it.
it's not for the government people. They can't have it because of the
Why?
data leak. Like they think like
Right.
that's why.
Yeah. So
Wait, let
we're
me
actually
start.
about
That's
to get
kind
into
of
that.
sad.
But like about the whole data leak
Yeah.
situation, but from people that actually have TikTok, what is the definition of
I
TikTok?
mean, do you want to go, Tisha?
Yeah.
This content creating.
It's basically like I mean, I feel like a lot of you guys probably already know what TikTok is, probably use it like every day. But
So you calling me stupid?
yeah, basically, yeah. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm sure that there's like people that don't use it, but I mean, like I feel like the majority of people watching this probably use TikTok. But it's basically if you guys know what Instagram Reels is, it's just that, but it's a whole social media
Yeah.
platform for that. So there's like you can make videos, I think up to an hour now, but the short form they're talking about is anywhere from like 1 minute, sorry, 15 seconds to 3 minutes. And people post like all kinds of videos, and there's cool features on TikTok too that you can now edit videos on TikTok too, not just record them. There's a lot of like editing features on there. You can do filters, whatever. And I think it became popular from Musically, which was a lip syncing
Musically.
device. Sorry, device. A lip syncing
Device is
social
crazy.
media. And that's like how TikTok became popular, but now people use it basically like YouTube. I'm not sure if YouTube Shorts came before TikTok or after.
After.
After, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's basically like YouTube Shorts, but YouTube Shorts, obviously, I think people who like, where TikTok is banned use YouTube Shorts mostly,
Mhm.
but it's basically like that. It's like a mini YouTube that like anyone can do. And the good thing about it is anyone can become a content creator in
Mhm.
TikTok because the algorithm is different from YouTube.
And like it's
So you're
easy to blow up and stuff.
yeah, like it's mostly like if your video is entertaining, it'll
Or like
probably do well.
relatable.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
but like YouTube, it's like low key
Yeah.
only if you're big then you'll do well.
Yeah. And it's
Gotcha.
just like it has to be on your page and it's like stuff you watch
Yeah.
for it to be.
And then yeah, like it'll so when you like something or when you share something, it TikTok like reads that and then it gives you more content based on what you like to watch.
It's super cool.
So it's algorithm based.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like perfect. Like it's like for you. Like it really is like for you page.
Almost
Like,
as if it was a For You page.
oh my God, no way. Because her page is gonna be so much different than my page. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
watching. Like it's just
Exactly,
like
yeah.
it's like
Not to
personalized.
patronize you. But
Okay.
And then like obviously like if I send like a bunch of TikToks to Shivani, then like
It
eventually
gets on
our
my
pages
yeah, it
will
will be
become
similar.
similar.
And there are times like if we're scrolling, it'll be like the same thing. Like
That
I'll
I
watch
just
before her. Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
you know what's really funny? Um, you know how like with Instagram, you know how it's like it's Instagram Reels, um, and it caters to like, I'm an Indian female, so it's gonna cater Indian female-esque things to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who I saw?
Ah,
Miss Ma'am.
No way. What
No,
the heck?
dude, I saved that, and then I was like, I'm gonna share that with her when it's not awkward because it's like 6 a.m. right
Oh
now,
my god.
Oh,
and then
no.
I forgot. So
Wait, is this on
Here we
Instagram or
are.
TikTok?
Instagram. Is that
Wait,
on
you post
TikTok?
reels on Instagram? I mean,
Yeah,
oh, what? Oh,
I
shit.
do.
It was like
Okay.
you in a pink churidar or something like that.
Was that you?
No,
Dro-
actually,
I
that
know it
wasn't me.
was you.
Maybe I didn't post it then. Because
Oh.
sometimes there's like those like fan accounts that like be reposting my
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what it was. It was a fan account that took a bunch of Indian girls
And like, okay,
and,
yeah, I know
like,
what you're talking about.
made.
I was like,
Oh,
I don't,
gotcha.
because like I do have a TikTok video up with that, but I don't post my lip syncing videos on Instagram because that's not like content.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
like somebody took
Wait,
that.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's 6 a.m. She's like, hey, look, I found you on
Yeah, that'd be really weird. Like if I just do y'all do that? Or you're like, oh, this is funny. I can't send that right now. Save. We're gonna
Instead,
send it
yeah, I
later
do that
on.
all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Then you
sometimes
forget.
when I'm like mad at someone, I'll like save the TikTok, and then when we're like good, I'll send it back to them.
You funny for real.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
You don't
actually.
deserve joy right now.
No, what the-
Save.
Oh.
I'm mad at you right now.
But I'll send you TikTok
Save.
later.
But to go deeper into the whole situation in the US, recently it was banned in America,
So sad.
and it's for some people. I'm about to ask you why, but
Yeah.
which is now it's now on a 75-day extension, I believe, until the actual law goes into effect. And I believe people that had TikTok and then deleted it can't re-download it. People that have TikTok didn't delete it can still use it for the remaining 75 days.
hmm
So there's that. And the announcement on the app, if you guys remember, it stated, unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. Then around the same day, I believe, there was another announcement that said, thank you for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the US.
Which is so funny because it was like he wasn't even
It
in
was-
office at that time. Like he didn't.
No, I think
That's-
he
wasn't.
okay,
No, he wasn't.
Okay,
He
yeah.
wasn't.
That's
It
my
was literally
point.
12 hours after they banned it. Like, am I even kidding? Like, they banned
slept
it in
and
the
woke up
night,
like
and
that.
they
Yeah.
woke up, and then I see like all these content creators like TikTok is back. Like,
Yes.
everyone's like,
Wait,
So,
thanks.
like, there was on Instagram Reels, there was a bunch of memes saying that TikTok is back. And so that leads me to my question. Some people think that this was a stunt pulled by the platform and politicians, seeing as how they did it the day before Trump's inauguration.
Oh my god.
Do you think that's the case?
Oh my gosh. Like he like planned for it to like.
Like, that's
happen?
people think that it was a political stunt.
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
You don't?
I don't think so.
Why?
Nah, like I don't know.
I just because okay, this is why I don't think so because TikTok has been people have been saying like, oh, TikTok's gonna get banned for like years now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel that when the first time they've said like, oh, it'll get banned, like in my head, I was like, I feel like eventually it will.
But that's the point. Like, there's been
It's just-
hearings and meetings and projects and acts that have been about since like around 2023 is when it really got serious. So how is it that it
It's, like,
actually got
literally-
serious right before the
He got into
inauguration?
office. Like
I mean, I
literally.
I'm
personally-
not saying
I
whether it is
personally
or
don't
isn't a
think-
stunt. I'm saying that people are speculating it that it is. Do you think it is?
I don't think so, just because I just like, I like wish to like think about the best, you know, like 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 I don't like. I feel like it was just coincidence.
I don't know. It was just like perfect timing. Like it,
It
went
was
banned,
perfect timing, but the thing is just like that could have happened to anyone, you know, like that could.
but it's
that
like
perfect
not
time-
that fast, you know? Like there's no way an app goes fully dark and then all of a sudden 12 hours after we have it back. And it's like things like it's just
It
too
certainly
much.
has something to do with politics. It
Yeah,
has
for sure.
everything
I mean,
to do
yeah,
with
sure, yeah.
politics.
but I don't know about
I don't know.
if I don't
Wait,
know.
when did he sign the 70-day extension?
75 days.
75?
I think it was the first day of office.
Oh, what? Oh, so he signed
Keyword
it.
is I think. I don't know.
But I'm confused because he was very pushing against TikTok
That's
before.
what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
thought.
So
And
that's
then-
another thing that I was gonna go into, but continue.
No, I mean, like, he was just very against it, and then he takes office, and then boom.
Right.
I was like,
so
you brought it back?
his actions are interesting because according to AP and CBS News, during his first term in 2016, he led the effort to ban TikTok. So
Yeah.
why do you think there was a switch in his view?
Super.
Lucky good point.
Like
don't
all of a sudden, like
know.
when he was first in office, like we need to ban TikTok, we need to protect American security, and then the moment that he now enters office, like if not the first day, around like the first week of his term, sign a 75-day
Maybe
extension to keep it going. Why?
maybe to get, like, whatever our generation is.
Gen Z.
Gen Z. People on our, like, to
Appeal
come.
to that
Yeah,
demographic.
yeah. Because he's majority in his, like, I guess, like, his whole campaign and everything, he was mainly focused on, like, the older population, like, like, more geared toward them. But I feel like now maybe he's trying to, like, I guess, like, appeal to us in some sort of way. Does that make sense?
I mean, that makes sense. Like I understand that. It could also be I don't know if you guys remember, but when Trump like first became president, there was like it was like the country was definitely split, right? Like yes, they like Trump, no they don't. But now like the second time around, I feel that people that are even Republican
Yeah.
aren't like supporting Trump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're switching and now it's just like different. Like the whole dynamic is just different because even though people do like support some of the ideas that like the Republicans have and then Trump has,
Yeah.
they're not supporting him like they did the first time when he became
Like,
president.
as strong.
It
So
depends
it could
on who
be
you talk
like
to, but yeah.
it could be like he wants to get sympathy, I guess. Like oh like he did
Like,
like
appeal, like, he
yeah,
wants
like
to appeal to us,
oh
like,
like he made something that everyone likes, like
yeah, because, like,
not banned.
we're Gen Z, correct? I keep saying we're
Yeah,
Gen
we're
X,
Gen
we're not
Z.
Gen Z.
We are Gen
Okay,
Z.
Gen Z.
Your parents are Gen
Okay,
X.
Gen
Yeah.
X, okay. So Gen Z, us people, we love TikTok. That's always been a thing, and he was very against that. And obviously, I guess, like, a lot of people who did like TikTok was very, like, against the idea of him becoming president and very, like, in favor of him. But, like, now he is president. I guess he wants people to like him again, like, get more
Yeah.
support.
Also, another thing is that TikTok is so big that it provides like income to so many
Yes.
people. Like it's a job. Like TikTok is
Yeah.
a job for a lot of
Do you
people.
see all the creators crying?
So
So
yes,
you didn't see this part. So all the creators on TikTok, like the big creators, would, like, bring back old trends, and they were, like, sobbing, saying, like, goodbye, guys, like,
Yeah.
I miss y'all.
the thing is
Like,
like
it's like, because that's their job.
right, and the thing that
Yeah, that's
just
your livelihood.
Yeah.
Wow.
just like people that do YouTube,
Yeah.
like that's what they like. That's how they live,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah.
through social media. And I think another thing is like Trump bringing it back was kind of like a
Saving
like I'm
grace.
providing like I'm
Yeah.
bringing back the
I'm
jobs
bringing
for
back.
everyone.
Yes.
Ooh,
That's
so
good. That's
that's
a
a
good point.
big thing. Okay, so that's a really great point where it's helping the
But
economy.
also like PSA, like we're not here talking about
Yeah,
like,
we're
we
not talking about
support
politics.
Trump or we don't support
Yeah.
Trump. We're
Yes.
strictly talking about TikTok.
Looking at it, conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
We're not trying to be political. We're just sharing our own fellow conspiracy theories. Not
Like-
controversial at all. No, but it's just open discussion.
Mhm.
We're not saying that we do and we don't support a particular political candidate or politician.
Yeah.
We are just taking the information that we know
And we're also
sharing
just
it.
talking about TikTok. We're not really
Yeah,
trying to
we're
go
not talking
into
about it as, like,
politics.
campaigners.
But you make a great point where once you lose TikTok, you lose a lot of jobs, you lose a lot of income flow. And another big thing about Trump per se is that he wants to make the economy better.
Mhm.
And
You need those
especially
people
for
to
the
have
middle
jobs, yeah.
yeah, especially for the middle class. And so there's that as a reasoning. So and there's also freedom of speech.
Mhm.
There's a huge debate on whether or not this ban should be legalized, considering it's infringing on the First Amendment, which I will go into in the future. But so you're saying that you don't think that it was, or you think that there was just a coincidence, and you don't know. Fair, but these are plausible reasons as to why he would make the switch from ban to extension.
Right.
I'm happy TikTok's back for 75 days. Because like when I
I
tell
mean, I
you,
do think
it
it'll
for sure going away.
it's
I know it is.
going away.
I definitely think
Oh, I
so.
think it's gonna stay.
Really?
Yeah.
He
After
needs
the
to do
75 days?
something in the 75 days, like in the span of
My
75
thing
days.
is, no way he's gonna say yes, and then 75 days later, he's like, no, I'm banning it.
I feel like he
Well, that's not the thing. Like, it's the executive.
order or what is it called?
Well, that him making the extension is the executive decision, but the
Decision.
law going into place was taken by a Supreme Court.
So
So
they need to overturn that in order to.
a little more background
Yeah.
about like this whole thing is that in the situation in the US initially, Congress wanted to ban TikTok because it threatens national security.
Mhm.
So the reason why it threatens national security is because it gives a vehicle for the Chinese to spy on us. It can like influence Americans with certain content. They could take away certain content, add certain content to give the American population more angst and cause greater change and shift towards a certain political view. And it's all controlled by a company that's not even within this country. So it was then confirmed by FBI Director Christopher Wray that American devices have the ability to be compromised by the software. He didn't confirm or deny whether or not it actually has been.
Mhm.
He just said that it has the ability to be compromised. Then an act came out regarding this whole topic called the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, which is a whole mouthful. Basically, according to Lawfare Media, with an article written by Matt Peralt, who is also one of the academics sitting in the conference for Project Texas, which is the initiative to stop data flow from the US to the Chinese through this application, that was insufficient. The act was insufficient, Project Texas was insufficient, and this was in 2023. And this whole thing like barely made a dent into policy changes for TikTok, which is why all this isn't happening until 2 years later, 2025. Then there was an actual hearing on January 10th, and the Supreme Court upheld a law after hearing arguments from the case TikTok versus Garland. And the Supreme Court released a PDF, and that PDF states, so like, here's the law. As of January 19th, right, which is like why it's a day before the inauguration, the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, the act that I just mentioned, will make it unlawful for companies in the US to provide services to distribute, maintain, or update the social media platform TikTok unless US operations of the platform is severed from Chinese control. So we could have, I think, like the whole plan that Trump is trying to make is like we buy
Yeah.
a portion of TikTok
then it's
so
not.
that it severs that connection
Mhm.
and it stops the data leak. So to give a little more background into the next question that I'm about to ask,
Yeah.
I'm gonna recite the First Amendment.
Oh, nah.
Because like we all know, okay, First Amendment, freedom of speech, but like in depth, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion.
Why are you looking at me?
Dude, sorry. She keeps looking at me. I'm like, why are you
Okay.
the dogs
No,
are
because
out.
because it's like, okay, y'all want to know the facts. I pull out like a whole board with the red string,
No,
and it's
not
all
that.
just like
No, it's
pointed
not
at
that. It's not
TikTok.
that.
I took my shoes, like, I
She
like
took her shoes off, and
my dogs are out.
and then she looks at me,
And she's looking at
and
me.
I start laughing.
That's so uncomfortable.
Okay,
And
listen.
then she like keeps looking at me and smiling, so I like try not to make eye contact with her.
We may be bulldogs, but put the dogs away.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
continue.
repping everything today, but yeah.
Grow up. We're gonna take a mental break. But to continue reading the First Amendment, because some people might say, like, oh, you're taking away a platform. People could still speak for themselves and be able to express whatever opinion they want on whatever platform is left. But to fully read that amendment, it's prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government
The whole
for
freaking-
redress of grievances. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So now having the whole national security into context and having the First Amendment into context, some people look at this as a matter of national security, others look at this as an infringement on American rights. What do y'all think?
I agree. I think
With what?
they are. Oh, said I agree. I
I-
think
I don't disagree with everybody. I love everybody. Flowers, peace to the world.
um, no, I agree with the fact that like I think our freedom of
I love
speech.
you.
Stop. I agree. I was like, I agree. I'm done. I'm done. But I do agree with the fact that our freedom of speech is being taken away. If TikTok is taken away, I feel like you create videos, and don't you feel like after TikTok was banned, like yes, you had other platforms, you had Instagram, you had YouTube, but like like TikTok is
It's
just
not
like
the same.
it's not the same.
It's
it's like-
just the algorithm is just
Yeah,
different.
and I just feel like you can't do that on any other platform but TikTok, and it's like people come out there, express themselves. I've learned so much more information through TikTok. Like
Mhm.
if I went to like Vegas like over Thanksgiving break, and I didn't. You know how I plan my trip on TikTok? Like,
Dude,
yeah,
me too. Like I
yeah.
literally plan my
Yeah.
trips on TikTok. I'm like,
I'm like,
oh,
what's the best place?
what to do in Miami? What to do in New York? And then it's like you watch videos and then you
Yeah,
literally
or like
create your list.
you go to a
of
restaurant,
stuff.
you're like, what's the best food to eat? Like anything.
Not even that. It's like, okay, like we're in college, like we don't know how to like fully cook like our parents do.
5-minute
Easy,
meals.
yeah,
Yeah.
5-minute meals. How to meal prep, what to meal prep. Like it's just
Exactly. There's so much stuff you can
everything's so
learn.
easy. And also like not just that, there's like things like around the house and stuff. Sometimes like things have a purpose and you don't even know it. And then you like and someone tells you and when I mean someone, it's like your
Yeah.
friend is not gonna tell you because your friend probably doesn't know either. Like some random person who's like I don't know,
Like, did you know?
doing
Do
something.
you know the pots and there's like a hole at the end, like a pot and like that
The
handle. Thank you. Handle and there's like a hole there.
Yeah.
You can put like spatulas there. I had no idea. I learned from TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just like
Yeah.
random things. Like I didn't know you're not supposed to put a wooden cutting board in the dishwasher.
Oh, what?
Honey,
Okay, she didn't know either.
it's okay. Do y'all cook?
I
Listen,
see you
listen.
I cook.
I will be so
You're gonna cook
transparent
now.
with you. I don't even know how to use a dishwasher because that was against
Me
our
too.
household rules. So I'm not gonna make
What?
fun of you.
Oh.
Wait, you hand wash everything?
Yeah, you had to hand wash everything.
Oh
So
my
it's
goodness.
like dishwasher ain't there for you to use. It's just there for storage.
Yeah,
That's
so
there for
yeah, so like
decoration.
those are like things that you like learn on TikTok. But also one thing I will say is I think like I agree with both parts of what you're saying. Like I do agree that it's affecting like national security, but I also do agree that it's kind of like going against our rights in a way. Because like one thing is like low key, like I feel like TikTok like listens to you. Like I feel like your phone listens to you.
Yes.
Because like
Wait, that is true though.
sometimes I won't watch a
Have you-
video.
Wait, I'll elaborate on that.
I won't watch a video. Like I won't. There'll be no connection between like what is going on in my life and what I'm scrolling on TikTok. Okay, and then someday, like I'll be like texting my friend,
Yeah.
or talking on the phone with my friend, or even talking like in person. My phone's there, and it'll be like, oh, like I don't know, like so and so broke up, something I don't know. And then suddenly
that?
my TikTok will just have like a bunch of breakup stuff. But that wasn't there like literally 2 hours ago when
crazy.
I was, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even like a bunch, like it'll be like one, and then you're like, what the hell? Like, why am I
Yeah.
getting this? Like, it's so weird. And then you like it or you send it, and then you just get a bunch more. And it's like that's so like sus
Yeah.
in a way, because it's like, how
I've noticed that. Yeah.
how is it doing that? And then, but also, but with political stuff, I think that TikTok, it's kind of bad in a way because a lot of people, I don't know about other like countries and stuff, but a lot of people in the US, especially Gen Z, they get a lot of their news from TikTok.
That's true, and it's
Which
not
right?
is so
real.
like because you don't
It's
know
so
what
bad.
the source is.
Well,
It's
not just that.
verified.
It's more like, I don't know if you guys saw, but like the polls for the election this past year were
Very
This-
split.
very, very split because people use TikTok and social media, and social media is like, okay, if you're a Republican and then you see a Republican video, you like it,
Yeah.
all your videos
It's
are gonna
gonna
be
keep
Republican.
feeding that to you,
You're not
and
gonna
you're
see
gonna go
anything.
all the way to one side of things.
Exactly,
Because
and
that's
you're not
all you know.
exactly, and it's like you don't even know what the other side is saying. And it's like that's just like political, but there can be like it could be like I don't even know. It could be something like super super serious, like something criminal, like someone died or
Mhm.
something like. And then people only see like one side of the story, but then like it could literally be like some self-defense thing that gets turned and it becomes like a
Yeah.
murder, and it's like you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Because
saying?
A lot of false
everybody has
information.
an opinion, and now it's everybody's opinion
Is a
is publicized
exactly.
and shared, and now it's to a point where not everyone has an opinion. Everyone just has the same opinion as somebody else because somebody else said it and had made a
Yeah.
video about it.
One thing I will say is good though. You guys know about the Laken Riley.
Lakeland Riley, yeah.
What's her name? Laken Riley, right?
Lakeland Riley.
Lakeland Riley.
Or I
Stuff
think, is it Lakeland or Laken?
I think it's
Laken.
Laken.
Laken?
Laken
Okay.
Riley, yeah. One thing I will say is that I think that TikTok helped a lot with that because
That's another thing. That's another thing that
Wait,
was
what is
hugely
this?
because
split.
so basically
It's like
you know the
when
Laken Riley
Yeah.
thing that happened, right?
Yeah.
So basically people on TikTok like all not just in Georgia, like all over the world were posting about like oh I also run, like I also do this, like whatever.
Yeah.
It became so big that I'm pretty sure that there is a Laken Riley
Yeah.
act
Just
or
to,
something like
yeah.
and it's like
But not for the running
no,
reasons.
it's about immigration.
It's about immigration.
yeah, but like whatever it is, I'm just saying that if like social media was not there, there's no way that
It could have
it
gone
could have got that big
publicized.
Well,
because
it's not just oh no, continue.
because I feel like in the eyes of like if you're looking at everything as a whole, you could say that like that what happened in our college is not big enough to make it an act. Does that make sense?
I agree.
But then like social media made it like
Bigger.
But
which
it's
is like
also a
good.
matter of politics. Like for
Yeah.
example, President Trump showed up to her funeral.
Mhm.
That's
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that actually.
Politicians jumped on this because they made it political. And like if you go on TikTok, you'll see people arguing where it's like, oh, we have an act about this, but we don't have an act of like against school shootings
Yeah.
per se.
There's so much.
So that's a controversy. Another controversy is you look at that situation and some people are saying this is not an immigration issue, this is a women's issue.
Mhm.
How that man, like there could have been a man running at Lake Herrick and there could have been a woman running at Lake Herrick and that guy came in and he murdered the woman, and there are people that are raping, attacking, assaulting and other things like two women simply because of their gender, and it happened to be an immigrant. Other people are saying that this is an immigration issue. You are given this country is meant to be a safe haven, is meant to be a place of opportunity, the promised land. And now people are coming in with zero verification, zero background check, zero security, and they're coming in and killing our children at the place that we sent them for opportunity.
Mhm.
Those are the two sides.
Yeah.
You go on TikTok and you have a certain political stance,
It's
that's
gonna
just
be
going to be
videos
amplified,
curated. Yeah.
and you're going to get even angrier because now it connects an emotional
Mhm.
aspect, and instead of hearing the other side out, you're going to fight with them instead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do think that yeah.
The thing is, like, is it just TikTok? I feel like a lot of apps do that.
Well,
'Cause
I agree,
That's
but I
another
think
thing.
news
TikTok
channels.
is like
Like you made a great point where it's like I do think that it's an infringement, and you made a great point as well, like where it's like it is an infringement on my right of freedom of speech, but can you not say the same thing just on a different platform?
Yeah.
but I feel like
Okay.
there's okay, so if you look at the algorithm for Instagram, like okay, YouTube I
Instagram
feel like
is-
is completely different.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna you click on one video, it's not like you're gonna see a bunch
And
of those
it's like
videos.
based on channels you typically watch.
Exactly.
That's what the shorts are.
But it's not really like it's mostly like for YouTube, I want to say like if you watch like pretend Shivani's like a content creator, if I watch a lot of Shivani's videos, I'm just gonna get Shivani's videos. But if like you post a video and you're did you
Yeah.
make a cooking video and you're talking about I don't know the health benefits of like eating chicken or being vegan, whatever,
Oh, yeah.
then it's not like if
That's
and then pretend you title that video like why you should be vegan, and I watched that video, I like that video. My next videos are not gonna be about I mean, they probably won't be about like being vegan. But if I watch your videos a lot, I'll just get more of your videos. Does that make sense?
And I feel like it's not just
But
a vegan video, it'd be like other creators who are vegan posting the like you'll see that. Oh, what are you talking about?
no,
TikTok,
I'm
right?
talking about YouTube.
Oh, never mind.
I'm
YouTube
talking
is
about
different.
YouTube is like if I watch a video and you're like, I mean, I feel like most of the stuff come from hashtags. So if you say hashtag vegan, I'm probably not gonna see another hashtag vegan video underneath that video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But and on Instagram too, I probably won't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, Instagram is getting a little bit more like TikTok now, I want to say, but still, it's not there. Like, if I watch that video, I probably won't get another vegan video until I scroll maybe 3 times, 4 times. But on TikTok, if
Okay.
you click on a hashtag, or if you send that to someone, or if you comment, or if you like it, I can guarantee that, like, for 50% of the people, the next video is gonna be the
Yeah,
same video.
you're right.
Or like the same idea. Like if you're posting, like if I watched your video on TikTok, then I can say 50% of the time when I scroll, I will see another video with the same hashtag.
Yeah, agreed.
But on YouTube and Instagram, that probably won't happen the next video. It might be like 3, 4 scrolls. And YouTube is probably like maybe the next day. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about TikTok is just that the algorithm works so fast. Like it comes to you so fast. So it's like right when you're watching something that's political or not even political, this that has two sides. If you're watching something, you're gonna get switched to that side immediately.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like you watch whatever one thing and then it's not like you forget it by the time you watch the next video. So it's like that's the thing about TikTok though. I just feel like it switches you to one side or the other immediately because you would have engaged with that video. And also it's not even like or send or comment. If you watch the video again, it does it. If you if so it's not, you know how videos like they continuously play? It doesn't like stop. Like it
Yeah.
continues. So when you watch the whole thing, if you watch again the whole thing, then that's still engaging. Does that make sense?
You keep watching it over.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
Yeah, take
there's
note of that.
since I like do like content and stuff, like I can see like the analytics of like videos and stuff. TikTok counts views if you watch a video for more than 5 seconds.
What?
So that's still engaging. That's the thing. It's
So
like
even if you're like scrolling,
if you're scrolling, that's fine. But
Okay.
if you even stay on that video for more than
Just,
5
like, look at a little-
seconds, that counts as a view. So then that's still engaging with the video. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That kind of perpetuates the short attention span that we are gaining.
That's another thing, yeah. Because the thing is like Instagram always had like I'm not always, but it had reels even before TikTok.
Are you sure?
Actually, I don't know.
No, they all came after TikTok.
Okay.
And then
So okay.
yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to contribute to this because I have Instagram, but I did not have
Is
it
there
for
a
that
reason why
long.
you didn't want TikTok?
I mainly use Instagram for like I don't really like any social media personally. I have Instagram just for the sake of networking. Didn't see that there was a need for that and TikTok, so I just didn't have it.
Nice. So you're never like curious, like, oh, like what is this app everyone's
I
talking
mean, she's probably so much more like she like probably doesn't procrastinate because she's like
I mean, but like after Musically died, like I was very like when TikTok came out, I was very like I hate TikTok. I'm not even looking
me
at
too.
it.
I
never-
remember
yeah,
we
were
and
very
you we
against
got
that.
it like
Yeah.
so I think
super
TikTok
late.
TikTok actually came out like when we were in 8th grade, I think.
Yeah.
But I only got it into like first semester of
Yeah.
9th grade.
Yeah, me too. Because like
I
we
was
both
like,
were, like,
what's
super
the hype?
against it,
Like,
yeah.
why are we?
We're like we had Musically, like it's gone, like TikTok is not
And
gonna
also,
like
after Musical.ly left, everyone kind of went to YouTube.
Mhm.
So like, there was no concept of short form content yet. It was still
It wasn't
long
a
form content. So then
thing.
it was like fine. Like people were still watching videos that are like movies, you know. But now it's like, when TikTok came, it's like, dude, sometimes I can't even watch a video without being on my phone.
Oh
Like I
my
need to
God,
like
same.
be on my phone and watch the video. And it's like, cause there's
Crazy.
no attention span. And it's like I'll be watching something that I like. Like I'm watching
But you can't.
How I Met Your Mother right now.
What?
So sometimes
love
like
that show. I love that show. I just finished it.
sometimes I'll be watching, right?
Y'all, we're giving a little drop in a short
I'm
show
gonna text you
recommendation
after this actually.
But I'm like watching it, right? And then I like the show. But then like in the middle I'll like lose attention and I'll like
You have
need
to,
to
like,
like get on my phone and scroll on TikTok for
But
a
you have
second
to still
and then
be
I like
watching it.
and then I have to
Yeah.
keep watching it.
It's
and then I put it down and then I
crazy.
keep watching. It's
That's
like,
so crazy.
and I feel like TikTok did that. Like
Yeah,
short
no,
form
yeah.
content did that. And short form okay, so TikTok didn't do it, but TikTok started the short form content.
Like my routine, like
So it's like
So-
people that
Well, before we dive deep into that, because I'm gonna ask you more about that, but
okay.
like going back to the whole political version of this discussion before we dive into the whole mental aspect of it on the app itself, hypothetically, right? If it was confirmed, because right now we don't have hard public evidence yet, but hypothetically, if it was confirmed that the claim of Chinese espionage occurring within TikTok is real, it is happening, they are recording, they're using this information against you, and they're going to steal your identity using all this information that they've gained on you, would you still think that the ban is worth it?
like they're planning to steal our information. Like it's
No, like
true.
it's happening right now as we speak, and even throughout that like 75-day extension, they're still going at it and stealing your information. Do you
This
still think the
is-
ban is worth it?
This is my hot take on TikTok, okay?
Okay.
I know this is gonna be a little bit like kind of crazy because I make TikToks, but I think that the ban will make the American population just better. Like it'll make them more like efficient,
No, I agree.
smarter. Just it's gonna help overall. But the thing is that we've had TikTok with us for so long that people live off of TikTok.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is like the only con for like banning TikTok, in my opinion, because like I love TikTok, I love making content, but that aside, I just think that as a country, we have become like stupider.
No,
Like,
you're right, you're right. I
like
just feel like
every generation is getting like dumber.
Dumber.
And the thing is like now it's like forget
Which is
about TikTok.
ironic
Now we
because
have,
this is the spreading of information.
right, but it's
But
like
it's the misinformation.
it's also,
exactly.
like,
It's
the
also
time spent on that app is insane. Like
I know, yeah.
it's bad. Like
It's another ironic
yeah,
thing.
because like when it was banned like for 12 hours, you know what I did? I my phone was like
You
useless.
started like
Like
crashing out a little
yeah, I
bit,
started
like-
crashing. I was tweaking. I was like, I put my phone away. And I was like, I was like,
Where's TikTok?
what am I gonna do now? You know how you could click the app, but nothing would load.
Yeah.
So I kept on doing my finger would just automatically. I wake up in the morning. I like
So it's
scroll,
like you're ready. It's like
and it just didn't
you can
open.
close your eyes and like you know where the app is.
Like it's like click.
The thing is just like, okay, this is my thing. I just feel like TikTok, all these people that make content, if they're this is my like what I think. If people are doing good on TikTok, they're making content, you know, their content is doing well, then they're like they're still like interesting people. Like what they're posting is still people are still watching that.
Yeah.
So my thing is if TikTok gets banned, yeah, it's gonna take a while for those people to recover, for the people that are making content to recover.
Yeah.
But I think that they will eventually recover.
Yeah,
And they'll
agreed.
find a spot on Instagram or
That's
YouTube,
true.
like something, or like they can go into acting. Like I just think that once TikTok goes, the more traditional jobs will come back. Like, you know, like the thing with TikTok is just that TikTok is used for everything. Like every single thing TikTok is used. Like you want to plan your vacation, TikTok is used. You want to learn how to cook, TikTok is used.
You want to
But-
study better?
you wanna study
TikTok.
TikTok. But it's just like when TikTok goes, people that like cooking, they can still sell cookbooks. Like people will still buy those. Like people can still watch videos on, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
traditional jobs will come back. And I just think that traditional jobs make people, what I mean smarter, I don't mean like educationally smarter. I mean like
Common
your
sense, I
brain
guess?
works. Yes,
Common
like
sense.
your common sense
Your
is like
soft skills.
yeah, soft skills. You're just like smarter. You're gonna be better at making decisions. You're just gonna be like,
You have more time on your like hands.
and you're gonna
Well,
be more productive.
Yeah,
What
productive.
about, for example, small businesses that use this platform to promote said small business?
So, okay, so like if you like think about when TikTok,
Sorry.
think about when TikTok wasn't there. Like think about
What did they use? They used
in eighth
YouTube.
grade when TikTok
Instagram.
wasn't there. They used YouTube. You can the thing is like, okay, TikTok, my thing is like I don't hate TikTok. I just think that there are already so many social media platforms available, like Instagram, YouTube, there's like Snapchat, there's like Twitter. There's so many stuff available that
Mhm.
if TikTok goes, yes, it's gonna be hard on everyone for probably 2 to 3 years. But I'm saying like they'll still find a way to come back there and do the same marketing just because there are still other platforms available.
Mhm.
My issue again is not with TikTok, it's with the information on TikTok. It's like the short form content and the way the algorithm works. I just think that if that were to go, people will spend more time on Instagram. But if Instagram stays the exact same way it is, then people like it's still less. Like people still will still less spend less time on Instagram because think about it. If you're scrolling and you're seeing exactly what you want to see, you're gonna keep scrolling.
Yeah.
But if on Instagram that's not happening yet. Like when you scroll, sometimes I'm like, okay, well I'm done. Like I don't want to watch this anymore. So I like put it down. But with TikTok, that doesn't happen. I can scroll TikTok for the whole day.
And be fine. And
Like
be
it's still
content.
be fun. The thing is like because you're watching either people that you love to watch or you're watching things that you want to watch. And it's like it doesn't stop because the TikTok algorithm knows what you want to watch.
But so you think that ban is worth it because of these reasons?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that the ban is worth it?
Yeah.
Okay. For the
'Cause
same
that's what I'm
reasons?
saying. Literally for the same reasons. When it was banned for those 12 hours, like I slept, whatever. I woke up the next morning, couldn't go on the app. Like it was like it's just like go click on it, but it wouldn't load. Like it was like a routine. Like
Yeah.
even if I was like, I know it's banned, my finger would just like when I got on my phone, it would go to the app. And
Yeah.
I don't know. And instead of like being on my phone, like I put my phone away, I was tweaking, like I said, and I went and studied like 10. And I would never do that. And I went and I did something productive. And I was like, because I usually study like super late, but like I studied 2 weeks earlier. I was like low key. Like I had more time. I felt like I had so much more time.
I'm not asking this question to judge
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just asking this question for
Mhm.
insight. I
Yeah.
promise. Now that there's been an extension
Yeah.
and you having this insight,
Yeah.
did that change your pattern?
No, I went back to my old
No.
ways. Yeah. Because I had
I
the
don't
app
think-
now. I was just back to my old ways.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
So I'm actually gonna bring up
Mhm.
something later
Mhm.
that goes along with this, and it's like part of addiction,
Mhm.
right? Where it's like people just want to revert back to their old ways because they find comfort in it.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that you have an addiction.
We do.
I feel
I'm
like
not.
do.
once you get on the app, bro, like you
It's
don't
it's really
stop.
hard to
It's hard.
stop.
Like you're
But also,
speaking about it as
you-
though it's a drug.
It it is
Like
a
once you get
form.
on, man, like you can't get off. Like
I think
it's
form
so
of
good.
entertainment.
one thing I will say is that I think that more girls are on TikTok than guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of my friends that's a guy, like he doesn't use TikTok like we use TikTok. Like this ban is not really affecting him. I mean, and
So-
sorry, not banned, but he deleted TikTok because he thought it was not gonna come back, and he doesn't care. Like
Oh,
it
he's
doesn't
content
matter.
with that?
He's like fine because he uses Instagram Reels, and the thing is like Instagram Reels, it doesn't always show you what you want to see. It just shows you what you like,
Just-
but
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it doesn't change every second of the day.
And it's like TikTok
So-
is like when I get bored, I go to TikTok if I want to do something like while watching
Exactly,
or
and
doing
it's like-
work. Boom, TikTok.
It's like people like they what happened to people's hobbies? Like
Like,
what happened
it's
to like
gone.
So along with that, two things. One, so I was also gonna ask how many people were upset with the ban, were you and why? It seems like you already answered that question. But do you think that people use doom scrolling as a way to get out of their own head and not be able to sit with their own thoughts?
100%?
When I get upset, like I'll just go scroll on TikTok.
I think
like if I
people-
don't want to think about
And
something.
the thing is like you know when you have like sometimes you're like overthinking and you might think like you're overthinking but
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah,
overthinking.
yeah, yeah.
But like actually like pretend you're overthinking and I'm saying like you're crazy, like you're acting crazy. You're gonna be like no, like whatever, right? Then you go on to scroll on TikTok and it's gonna show you what you want to see. So then you're actually going to act crazy and not
Wait,
even
yeah,
think
it
that.
feeds into your overthinking.
Does that make sense?
Like it's like
Like do you get what I'm
I get it,
saying?
I get it, I totally get it.
Like if I pretend I like have a crazy reaction to something you said or like I get like mad at something and I'm
You
like
search it
mad
up
for
on
2 days.
TikTok.
Not even search it up. It's like TikTok. First of all, TikTok knows, and then you see the video. You see a video.
I feel like you're describing Santa Claus. Knows when you're
Wait,
sleeping, knows
so
when
she's
you're
not
awake,
even like
knows
she's
if you've been
And
out.
like
yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like when you pretend I'm upset, pretend
Yeah.
pretend we're having an argument,
Right.
and then I scroll on TikTok like 30 minutes later. maybe not the first video, but eventually 10, 15 scrolls, I'll find a video
That like similar,
that's
exactly
similar
your
to our
situation,
situation,
and then the
okay?
comments will like feed into
And
your
the
like,
comments are other people that also want to see that video.
or like go
And then
they went through
you,
the same
and
thing.
I watch that video, I read those comments, and I'm like, oh, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not overthinking. But I actually am overthinking. I'm
that
actually
is
am
so
crazy.
true.
Crazy.
Because Instagram Reels does the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
really?
I remember.
No, yeah, 'cause
yeah.
it's the same. It's like the same
I
thing.
feel like it's not
'Cause when you-
curated as much.
When
though.
you share when you interact with Reels, it's not just watching. When you interact with the Reels, then more of that type of stuff is going to be added onto your For You page. That's how that algorithm works.
But
And
it's
so,
just not as much. Like it's not like
a more tuned down version.
yes. And the thing is just like okay, so I also see Instagram Reels not as much, but I do see it.
When I get bored of TikTok, I go to Instagram, and then I come back to TikTok. That's like my routine. It's
yeah,
like really
no,
bad.
same. But honestly, like I don't.
Okay.
The thing is for
Okay.
the thing is for Instagram, I don't really watch Reels. Like I only go to Instagram to see people's like posts, like picture posts,
Mhm.
and
We listen and we don't judge. I'm sorry.
oh my god, we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. Now
And
that
I'm
using
listening.
TikTok trends, so
And I'm not judging.
We're literally using a
No,
TikTok
because you know what? I
trend.
saw that on Instagram Reels.
But that was a TikTok.
It was a TikTok
which
trend
is
that
so
went to
crazy.
Instagram.
Because like I just saw this like father and daughter like just admit all these crazy
Yeah,
things, and
that
after
was
everything
the-
they're like,
The thing is, like,
we listen and we don't judge.
those trends like are from TikTok that people just repost
Yeah.
on Instagram Reels.
It's like, well, I don't use
Yeah.
TikTok, so I
So
see
you think
this
it's- yeah.
not only just on Instagram Reels, but in real life.
Mhm.
People's general vocabulary
Come from TikTok.
come from TikTok. Like, I have this one friend always on TikTok, and he's just like, clock it. Or he's
Wait,
just
I've
like,
heard of this.
I
we
know.
listen and we don't
Yeah.
judge. Or he's just like, be cutesy. That was not
Demure.
cutesy. That was not demure, and that was not mindful. Clock it.
Like
It's
people wouldn't
so-
actually use those words. Like
You know what I did? The very next day, I'm like, we're gonna have a word of the day, and I started sending him Webster Dictionary words
Or,
today
like,
every day.
side-eye.
okay, that's what I mean.
He's like, bombastic side eye. Yo, my sister, my 9-year-old. Like,
Why are you screaming?
No, because why is she calling me a big bag when I want to eat dinner? And I was like, what did you say? I just put my backpack down. What are you talking about? Then I asked my friend, who is so TikTok savvy, and he's like, she calling you fat.
You're so right. It's like it's our vocab now. Like we speak.
That's what I mean when I say like TikTok is like every
It's in
damn
everyone's
thing
life.
that you need to do.
Oh yeah.
You use TikTok. Like
Wait, did you see this TikTok I sent you?
yeah, and it's also okay. Sometimes it's like the thing is like in my opinion, I think that the disadvantages outweigh the advantages.
Yes.
Because like
yeah.
it's like think about the people are getting more affected in a yes, TikTok you can learn things faster, but I think that TikTok people are getting affected it worse. Like people are getting affected in a bad way more than they're getting affected in a good way.
There's no, yeah, but like the advantages outweigh the disadvantages for a small population. The disadvantages outweigh the advantages for a larger
Yeah.
population. So when thinking about the masses, this ban is beneficial.
I would say I agree, but I would say TikTok is the disadvantages outweigh the advantages for individual people. But the advantages outweigh the disadvantages for like groups of people. Like do you know what I'm saying? Like small businesses. That's like a group like that. That's what I mean.
Content creators, small businesses, musicians, artists, like anybody that would need to promote themselves.
Yeah.
But for the individuals, there is the concept of doom scrolling. So explain what doom scrolling is.
It's just literally just
Rotting.
Just rotting.
You just
yeah.
rot.
See, rotting came from TikTok too.
That's another thing. Like the same person just like showed me the dumbest videos. Like I want to be sensitive and believe that everyone's form of entertainment is acceptable. That's just dumb. Like some of the stuff that he sends me, it's just dumb.
Like it's not funny if you don't watch that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
Like it comes like everything like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, your sense of humor comes off of TikTok. Your personality comes off.
It's
Your
just
work
gone.
ethic comes off of TikTok. Are you like you have common sense comes off of TikTok. Every single thing. What
but like,
technology to buy comes
if
off
there
of
was
TikTok.
a
Everything.
nuance, if there was actual like production value, if there was even if it was funny, like great, that's entertaining. Some of the videos is just some guy screaming. And it's like some people find it hilarious, and I'm
Or
just
like, have
like,
you seen the animals? Just like random animals doing stupid stuff. Just nothing.
okay, I think funny
I
animals
I
are
think it's
cute.
funny.
It doesn't have to be funny.
I look at watching those
I
animal
love it.
vines on
I save
YouTube.
it.
Like when I was before TikTok. They're
Look at
funny.
all those chickens. I feel like that's a good one.
Um,
It's like, friends, are you?
I don't think I've heard that one.
What? You don't know? Look at all those
What
chickens.
are you saying?
You know what? For the viewers out there, just because they're uncultured doesn't mean that you don't have to be. Okay, comment down below if you know what "look at all those chickens" is. Just kidding. We don't have enough viewers to get comments.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. No. It's just like,
it's literally just us three sitting in a box. But hard
One day.
work.
One day.
One day. Knock on wood. But now that you've answered what
Mhm.
doom scrolling is, while social media is great for gaining knowledge and making connections, promoting yourself for the individual, as we were just discussing, it also causes anxiety, depression, trigger panic attacks, induce guilt for lack of productivity, sleep problems, negative thoughts, lower self-esteem, headaches,
Why do you
nausea,
sound like a
low
boss, bro?
appetite,
she's
elevated
shut
blood
up.
pressure, irritability, and poor concentration. Tell me why I'm reading off of this and it sounds like I'm like discussing this drug ad for rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis. So like it's like TikTok is great. It's so amazing. And you'll like
But,
see
like-
all these amazing videos of all these people being so
Yeah.
happy. But what they don't tell you is it also causes, and then it's just like you see the reel of all these happy people,
Mhm.
but in reality, that's what's happening
Yeah.
to you. And so it's like all the stuff that I'm reading is coming off of a Harvard Health article and
That's
the
crazy.
UNC Health Caldwell article.
So can I say something about this?
Yeah,
I
mean,
think
I
Yeah.
think it's funny though that I'm just like, all these health problems that you're having is
Yeah.
because of that fun. Like I sound
It's
like a
you're-
mom,
Oh my god, yeah.
but like
but basically
low key. But
no,
continue.
no, no, like I agree with that, but like TikTok, actually I saw them started to this came out of nowhere. I know you don't have the app, so you're not to see this, but it came out of nowhere that I would start scrolling. And then have you noticed where it's like it's time to put your phone away? Like you need to take a break.
I don't
You
get
never seen
that.
it? I get
Yeah,
these
yeah,
things.
yeah.
It's like somewhat like a from
Oh,
TikTok telling you
yes,
like
yes,
it's time to
yes.
sleep or like it's time to take a break from TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like
And then
you
I look he's scroll
yeah, and you
past
just
it.
keep scrolling past it. But there's a
Yeah.
button that comes up. It's like close the app, and you can click the button and closes the app. And like they give you the warnings, but then you're like so addicted to scrolling that you're like, okay, like screw this. Like it's an ad. Like you
So-
move past it.
Like along with what you were saying about how you have like what was it? How I Met Your Mother?
Yes,
Playing on
yeah.
playing on your computer, and then you have to like take a moment and scroll and then go back to the show. The reason for that is because each scroll pushes dopamine in your brain.
Oh.
So it creates an addiction towards it. So like
Mhm.
smoking, drinking
Mhm.
alcohol, all that promotes or like releases dopamine. This also does that with each scroll. And so it then forces behavior that reinforces what you're doing
Yeah.
because your brain has this
like,
reward
happy.
system. It's happy. Oh, this thing is making me happy. Let me keep doing it. And let me ask you guys this. So do you guys ever try to spend quality time with someone or someone else is trying to spend quality time with you? And for hours, they're sitting on the couch or sitting on their bed and they're scrolling, or you're talking to them or they're talking to you.
Or like you're mid convo
you're
and then you're like,
scrolling.
okay, time to break, and then you get on your phone. Then
Okay, I feel like I don't do that. But like
Oh.
but I do
That's great.
I do okay, so my
And
thing
that's
is
great for you.
yeah, thanks. We listen and we don't judge.
And like in the
No, but
roommate
that's the
setting,
sound,
in a
that's my
roommate
point.
setting,
Yes, like
yeah,
so what I was
that's
saying
what
is when I'm like pretend I'm making plans with someone, right? You know, and if we're doing something, I'm not usually one that goes on my phone in general.
Yeah, yeah,
Because like it's not just TikTok, but I don't really do anything
Yeah.
on my phone. I try not to. And then but it's like sometimes
Oh.
There's this whole thing that came from TikTok, and it was like, I literally remember watching this video, and it was like, uh, be like, be best friends with someone that you can sit in silence and scroll TikTok with. Like that was a video that
Yeah.
was posted on TikTok.
Yeah.
And the thing is like when I'm with like my best friends and everything, there will be times where I'm never on my phone, like, you know, when we're actually doing something. But then there's also times where we both will be in the same room.
Mhm.
We've talked about everything that we could have possibly talked about,
And then
and then
you
now we're just
scroll.
sitting next to us scrolling on TikTok on
Yeah.
our own phones.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's
And
like a
it's
break.
Yeah, it's like a break, but the thing is like you're not even taking a break. You're just like
You're just
scrolling. That's like
Yeah.
that's like a whole activity.
That's
You
so
know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah,
That's like
'cause
bonding.
that's another
And then
point.
it's like also I'll sit next to like pretend me and Shivani sit next to her. I'll sit next to Shivani and send her a TikTok
You're like,
while
what the
sitting
Well,
next to her.
wow. Okay.
It's
It's
so
like, so it's
crazy.
not, hey Shivani, look at this. It's
No, it's like, look at the TikTok I sent you.
Yeah,
So
it'll be
that
like,
you can keep
yeah,
scrolling,
I keep
and I
scrolling,
can
and it's like,
look at it
look
on my
at the TikTok
phone.
that I sent you.
And then those videos will be curated on my page, so I could be like, oh, look at the video I sent you. Like, it just keeps going. It's like a cycle.
Yeah.
but that's the point. Like when you take a break,
Yeah.
you're not actually taking a break. Your
No.
brain is still being
Oh,
stimulated.
yeah.
So at the end of it, you're actually more tired than you were
Yeah.
before.
No, yeah, I know after this,
I'll
like,
literally get
yeah.
tired of scrolling on TikTok and then sleep.
Really? I
Like,
have
yeah.
to. No, that's when I switch to a different app. I'll go to Instagram and go chill on that and go back to TikTok.
Wow.
I guess I have a problem.
No, but like that's the thing. Like people are like, oh my God, I'm so tired all like from
Or you like,
from today.
yeah.
And it's like, well, what did you do today?
I scrolled for a couple hours.
I scrolled.
It's so crazy.
But do you, to go back to what I was saying before about the whole addictive personality thing, like 31% of Americans doom scroll daily, according to Morning Consult Pro, an article by Ellen Briggs.
Mhm.
So, with that's 1/3 of the population. How dangerous do you think doom scrolling is to those predisposed with an addictive personality?
I think
And what do you think people can do to stop, avoid, or
I think
reduce doom
The
scrolling?
only way is like that ban.
yeah, okay,
literally.
yeah. I also think like forget about daily. Like I'm on TikTok hourly.
Yeah, no, like the screen time is that. That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my the usage of my phone
It's
is
for
TikTok.
TikTok.
Like I keep making these faces because I know you're probably not alone. There's probably a lot
Yeah,
of people
I'm
that
sure
are
there's so
doing
many
that.
people
That's what I'm
out
saying.
there.
The ban, I literally
That's
had
not
no use for my phone. I was like, okay, I'm
It's
putting
just
you
like
away.
okay, my
Yeah.
thing is like, you know, like before TikTok, there were times where you know how they say like you shouldn't look at your phone 1 hour before you sleep or 1 hour when you wake up because that's not you like not
It's
to be
not,
it's not good to be on
yeah.
a screen when you first wake up, first sleep, whatever. Um that was so easy for me to do
Mhm.
before TikTok. Like even when Musically was there, it was fine. And even at the beginning of TikTok, before it started, there was like so obviously TikTok didn't start off like this. It kept getting updated, and then now we're at this point, you know?
Yeah.
When TikTok first came out, it was still fine because when TikTok came out, people were doing dances on
Yeah.
TikTok. So the app was for people that do dances.
It was like a Musical.ly.
Yeah, it was Musically was more like that kind of thing.
Like lip sync.
But TikTok was more like put the phone there, do the dance, and then that's what it was for. You know, so it was great for people that are artists that like create music, people that are dancers.
I don't think it was
And the
that
thing-
addictive at that time too.
Yeah, because the thing is like
It's
they're
not addictive,
dances.
it's
Like
just
how
dances.
even though you watch a bunch, like it's still just a dance, you're eventually gonna stop
Yeah.
watching because it's just a dance,
Yeah.
you know? And then people started posting content. And content as in like like literally like even my posts like sometimes they'll be so random but people will still watch them like
Mhm.
they're so random, you know, like if I like if you bring like if your mom was to watch this they'd be like why are you watching this is like brain rot like
It
why are
is,
you
yeah.
watching this like this is so like why is this what's making you interested, you know? But like our generation and then like the generation under us all we find the stupidest things interesting because it's on TikTok, you know, and it's like the hype, like the new hype. It's a
When you
new
look at the
joke.
trends, they're just like so stupid.
Yeah, when you
Like
look
the
at the trends,
audios and stuff.
they're so dumb. Like, why are
They're so
people
fun.
out here telling millions of people we listen and we don't judge, and they're like deepest, darkest secrets? Like that's so
Yeah.
weird. Like people don't, you don't go out, you
Yeah.
like people, you don't like. Like if that was in person, no one is sitting in front of a group of 100
We
people,
literally
and
don't.
we
Like you
literally
wouldn't go up to a
don't-
random stranger and be like, I pissed my pants in the 3rd grade, but we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah, like
Have a good day.
That's not
Like,
normal.
that's not like that's what I'm saying. Like, the stuff that people like the I'm not even gonna say people because I'm also like one of those people, but it's just so like
you know what? You're self-aware. That's
Listen, we listen
awesome.
and we don't judge.
we listen and we don't. Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. I think that it's like think about like the people that don't have addictive personality. I want to say that I don't have an addictive personality. Like if I was told to put down TikTok, like even if TikTok was still running, not banned, I could do it. Like I could stop doing TikTok. So I don't think I have an addictive personality,
Mhm.
but the fact that me not being an addictive personality still uses TikTok like I do,
Yeah.
and it's like
'Cause
think about
promoting
that. Think about that, and then
Yeah.
like people that have an addictive personality.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's just like
Yeah,
it's so much
bad.
harder
It's
for
extremely
them.
debilitating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I just think that literally the only way is
Banning it.
to ban
I
it.
agree, yeah.
You know, like that phrase, where somebody forces you to do something that you don't want to do, or makes you listen to something that you thought was useless, and you're like, wow, that's 2 minutes of my life I'm never gonna get back,
Mhm.
or 20
That's
minutes of my life.
It's
Like
like years
that's
of your life that
this
you're not
is
getting back.
when you accumulate the amount of time that you spend on TikTok. Let's just say hypothetically, if you look at your screen time,
Mm.
it's 1 hour a day, right? And then you count that in a week, and then 52 weeks in a year. Do the math. That's how many hours? And then you do that for how many years?
Oh my
Depends on how
gosh.
old you are when you start. Eventually, you're going to be taking days off of your life, weeks, hopefully not years, but
No, you're
that's
right.
that's life that you are never going to get
Yeah.
back.
Mhm.
It's like
And
we
it's
say
gone.
It's also
we say like we don't have any time in the world. Like we feel like where did the time go?
Yeah.
Like it went by so fast. I have to do this, 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 this. But really, when you look at it,
we didn't really
You
do
break it
that much.
down.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like
wasting
exactly
time
that's
doing.
what actually what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like sometimes like well, I mean we're all like science majors, so
Yeah.
sometimes I like have so much work, right? And
Yeah.
it's like on the grand scheme of things, it is still a lot of work. Like even if I was to not scroll at all
Love
that
it.
day, like it's still a lot of work. But sometimes it'll be like it'll be because of what I'm doing that day, it'll make it seem like it's like impossible to do. Like it's
Yeah.
impossible, but it's like okay, every 2 hours you're scrolling for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and that 30 minutes you could have eat like you could have eaten at that time so that you didn't have to waste 2 hours later to eat. Like
Yeah.
it's just like all this time, it just makes it seem like other stuff is like it's like you can't do it, but it's just like you're just wasting time. But it's so you that doesn't register in your brain until you after you've already done it.
And it's
And
what's
that too,
promoting all the health problems.
exactly, and that too, don't a lot of people still don't see TikTok as a bad thing. Does that make sense? Because it's like
Yeah.
so even though like your content is good, it's educational, like whatever, that person is still scrolling on TikTok. That person is so if you were to take that into account and like if he or she was posted on YouTube, if he so a person puts one video a day
Mm-hmm.
and they spend 3 hours just watching TikTok. If TikTok wasn't there, they can post 3 videos instead of one because they're not wasting time on TikTok.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because like
Mhm.
yes, there are other social media like Instagram, YouTube, but like I said in the beginning, it's just not the same algorithm. At a point, you will eventually stop scrolling because you're not going to be watching things that you're wanting to watch. You're
Yeah.
going to be watching things
You
that are
get bored of
popular.
it. You get bored of it. But like
Exactly.
TikTok is always curating stuff that you're
That
not
you
getting
want to
bored of,
watch.
you just want to watch.
Do you
It's hard to put it
remember?
down. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah. You're right though. It is hard to put it down, but when I asked you guys like, what do you think people can do to avoid or reduce doom scrolling habits, and you said like, I think the ban is the only answer. You mentioned prior, like, what happened to hobbies? So I feel
Mhm.
like if people picked up hobbies, skills, created goals, dreams, and worked towards them in order to find a purpose in some way, shape, or form, that would reduce not the amount of doom scrolling. I don't know if it would eliminate it, but that would just take discipline, willpower, also just people being there for one another, being able to talk out your feelings because people avoid them
Mhm.
by doom scrolling. People avoid staring at themselves in the mirror and facing their own sadness, anger, disappointment,
To get like
any
validation from
to
people. Yeah.
get yeah. or to just distract themselves.
Mhm.
And because so many people, I'm sure, just want time to stop and want life to stop for just a moment. And TikTok kind of gives you that moment.
Mhm.
But are you going to take
It's not
advantage
the
of TikTok,
quality
or
of
is
the
TikTok going to take advantage of
right.
you? Are you going to use your time on TikTok, or is TikTok going to take your time and capitalize off
Mhm.
of you?
I also think, I mean, I do agree with what you're saying, but I just think that it's not how can you enforce that? How can you say
That's
people
the
need
point.
hobbies? Like
Like, you
there's
can't
no
enforce it. That's just like the
It has to
suggestion.
yeah, but
People
come
have
out
to
of
do that
you.
the thing is
organically.
just like
So
I just can't see that happening
yeah,
because it's like
Yeah.
TikTok has affected so many people's lives for so many years
yeah,
that
it's
it's
a
like
habit. It's a
it
habit. It's
is
hard
a
to.
hobby. Like
Well,
TikTok is a hobby.
that's the
TikTok is
point
a
of the
hobby.
question. Like, what way could people make the choice of
Do the hobby.
reducing the doom
TikTok?
scrolling
Yeah,
without having that choice being made for them? And that's only if people make
yeah.
the
They
decision
Themselves,
have
yeah.
to feel it
themselves,
themselves.
And then
which is, like you guys said, not likely because it's very hard to break out of an
I mean,
addiction.
there's a really, really easy, simple solution
Delete
right
the
now.
app?
Delete the app. You can't
But
get it back.
oh yeah, right now. But
So
still, it was
that's
done
still,
by someone else.
and the
Like
thing
that's why.
is that when you delete the app right now, it's still technically banning the app. Like you are not
Yeah,
doing that. Like you are not choosing to not go on the app.
yeah,
You just deleted it so you can't go on the app.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can't install it once you.
yeah.
That's like you know what I mean. But I just think that also, and you guys have probably seen like the trends of. You guys have probably seen the trends of little kids like starting to do makeup at like age 8, whatever. I just think that TikTok has taken away the small like pleasures of life. Like you know,
Mhm.
kids just
Can't
I
be kidding.
literally I went home for Halloween. No one is going trick or treating.
Yes.
And I was like, why are people not dressing up? Like that was like
Yeah.
that was I was looked forward to Halloween like my entire year
Our
when I
candy
was a
bowl
little
was
kid.
full.
Traditions are going away.
And it's just like those things are put in place so that people are more social. Like think
Yeah.
about it, like Halloween trick or treating. That's not like it's not actually like for to get candy. You know what I mean? But it's like the
Social
idea
event.
of like a community, your neighborhood coming together and like doing this little thing to like for kids. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
know
yeah,
people.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just that's what it's for. But now it's like, oh, like Halloween's lame. Like let's wear like revealing costumes and go to like a party that has drinks. But that's not the
Yeah.
point. Like that wasn't the point of Halloween. The point of Halloween is to be social. It was a like it was a how do you what is the word?
Wholesome?
Wholesome. It's a wholesome
Yeah.
holiday. And even with like Christmas, like now people are like wrapping up presents in like monochrome, but it's like the point was to sit
Mm.
together with your kids or like whatever, wrap with like little like things that they like to do. Like and like it can be like the ugliest wrapping paper, but like your kid can
You
think it's cute. Like
appreciate
you
it.
appreciate it. But it's like now everything is becoming like aesthetic and like everything is
Yes.
perfect. And it's like even like little kids are like being dressed up like adults. But it's like,
It's
bro,
the
when I was
imperfections
a
that
little
made it perfect.
exactly like think about your childhood. You can't remember the things that you did so good in, but you remember the things that like you were bad in and that created a memory for you. And that's like not there for the kids like nowadays. Like at least we had that, but then like the kids that are being born now, like they don't have that because you know what I'm saying? Like they're
You know the phrase "dolce far niente"?
No.
It's the so bro just start speaking Italian. Like no, yeah. So there's this Italian proverb. Just kidding. It was this Italian guy that said it to Julia Roberts in Eat, Pray, Love. That's where I got it from.
Yeah.
But well, what you said kind of reminded me of that. It's the sweetness of nothing. It's the ability to just sit with yourself and be content doing
Mhm.
nothing. That requires a lot of self-love and satisfaction.
also like
And like the sweetness of doing the traditions that you
yeah.
just mentioned. Like TikTok takes all that away.
Yeah, also it's like I I like in the summer or in like the fall, I went to this park and I was having a picnic. Did not get on my phone once. Like I didn't get on my phone and literally did nothing. I sat there.
That's good.
I like laid down for a little bit.
Yeah.
I just like watched like the water,
Yeah.
played Uno for a little bit, like that kind of stuff, right? But even TikTok takes away even that. Like so like people think like, oh, I love sunrises, but what are they doing? They're taking a video and posting it on TikTok, but they're not actually sitting there and
like
enjoying the
enjoy it.
sunrise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like people are not going to the beach because they like the beach, they're going to the beach and they're posting them going to the beach.
They're not drinking the water, they're just taking a picture of it.
Exactly. And it's like, it's just like there are so many small things in this world that people are not appreciating. And they like say they appreciate it, but it's not,
They don't.
it's like in their head, they're probably thinking that that is appreciation, but
But
that's not, you're not, how is a sunrise helping you by posting on TikTok? Like if you like it, then sit there and watch it. Like sit there with your friends, talk about things like that's what I mean. But I don't know. I also think TikTok also increases the amount of gossip that goes around.
Spread of information.
Yeah.
It's quick. That can also be something that affects someone's mental health.
But yeah, I think that overall TikTok, both banning TikTok and keeping TikTok can hurt and help mental health.
Yeah, it has both the pros and
There's
cons.
because people that stay, you could be developing a mental health disorder without even knowing it because of social media.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, like, yeah, when TikTok goes, people can be more susceptible to depression or anxiety because they don't like have like something to do with their hands, like they don't have
Yeah.
something to watch. But I think that kind of mental illness can be overcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great
Jinx.
way to
And
end our podcast, end our episode. I always say podcast. But
No, we had real good discussion today though.
yeah.
ban TikTok.
Wow.
I'm ready. I
Go
want a
ahead.
new change.
Chat clip that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we will be back next Wednesday for another episode.
Yeah. All right. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Stay tuned.